Hi, and welcome to this week's Happy Hour. Now, this week I've got a question for you. Have you ever pushed yourself through a level of exhaustion in order to be productive? I think we can probably say we've all done that. And I know for me personally, that is a pattern that I see coming back into my life every so often when things get busy. And it's that kind of putting off of rest. So it'll be when I get through this week, then I can rest. Or when I get through this day, I can rest. Or when this project's finished, I can rest. Or next time I have holidays, then I can rest. And I think it's a really dangerous cycle for us to get into because there's always going to be something more that's going to get in the way of our rest. And I think we underestimate the value of rest and how important it is to maintain our productivity. If we didn't look after, recharge, and maintain the equipment and the technology that we use, then we would expect it to start to break down. And yet we somehow think that our bodies and our minds can just continue to be pushed and pushed and pushed. And what we'll find is, similar to that piece of equipment, if we don't maintain it and if we don't allow it to recharge and rest, it will run down and it will break down. And so I think this is a really important thing for us to consider and to tap into the signals that our body sends us. Because our body is in constant communication with our mind and it's sending signals to us all the time about the state of play of the physical body and of our mind as well, and our emotions. But what we do is we just tune out to those signals. And it can be a range of things, like everybody's a little bit different. But if you feel exhausted, or you feel tired when you wake up, or you feel a sense of unease, or aches, or, just, little niggles, this is the body's gentle way of telling you to rest. And what I notice in my own life and for many others is if you don't listen to those gentle signals, then the body is going to start sending more intense signals. And this is going to be burnout, illness, and things that really will knock you off your feet. And so I guess what I'm saying here is we've got to stop thinking of rest as unproductive and start thinking of rest as a way to recharge and to then be more productive and to, get on with the things that we want to do. So there's a lot in this. There's quite a lot of research around some of the cognitive, the physical, and kind of emotional and stress management benefits of rest. So I think what I'll do is I'll create a little article, summarize some of that research. So keep an eye out on the Real Life Meditation website and on social media, and I'll share when I've got that done, hopefully in the next week or two. And we can continue this kind of conversation about how important it is to balance busyness and rest, and to, I guess, check in with ourselves and see, some days you're going to feel 100%. And so you can adjust what you want to get done on those days when you feel 100%. And then other days you're going to feel 60%. So can you adjust what you expect of yourself to factor in that 60% or that 20% on those days when you're not feeling great? So something to think about. I really encourage you to spend a little bit of time just checking in every morning, or you can do it midway through the day. Just check in. Where's the body battery? If you've got one of those smartwatches, some of them actually have like a body battery or some sort of record of how your body's going. that they use a range of different measures for. But you can do that for yourself. Close your eyes and just check in. How am I feeling? Do I need to take a strategic rest in order to nourish and do what's right for me and my body? Give it a go. I'd love to hear what you think about this, and I'd love to hear if anyone's got any experiences of when they have not perhaps listened to some of those signals and how that's reflected in their life. All right, have a great week. Enjoy a restful weekend, and I'll see you next week.